Hi everyone, I'm Anne from the Faith and Art Shop, and Shane is working the camera for us today. And just want to say, hi and early Merry Christmas to all of you. Today we're going to be talking about some holiday and Christmas scrapbook pages and some products that we have to make your scrapbooks pretty fun and festive. And we'll also go over a couple of other things I've got for you too. So we have some papers from Illustrated Faith. We actually have two collections that you can use for Christmas. There's the original Christmas collection, and that we sell papers by the sheet, but we also sell them in the kit too. Like this collection kit has a few papers that aren't available on their own anymore, so you can only get them through the kit. But each page has a double-sided, each paper is double-sided, so you get two sheets of double-sided paper. But like this page here is a 3x4s page. Sorry. So you can cut those up and make little mini albums with that, or add them to greeting cards, things like that. And then this borders paper is really cool too. You can make little Christmas chains with that if you wanted to. But like I said, those are only available in this kit, which is $15.99. I forget, $15.99, but you're going to get 25% off this week. We've got a coupon code that's MERRY, MERRY 25, and you'll get 25% off all papers, art supplies, and craft supplies on the shop. So you'll be able to find that. The other thing that's included in this kit is a 12x12 sticker sheet like this. It's a little bit hard to see at first, but it has a set of alphabet letters there. So we've told you about those before, and forgive my manicure. I've got, as my daughter would say, ratchet nails right now because I have not had a chance to go get them done nicely. So we're all working on it best we can, right? So anyhow, the other set is called the Advent set, and that's a really pretty collection and a lot of fun. It's like a Christmas countdown set, so there are a lot of little gold details in the papers and also in the embellishments that you can get with this collection. So they're pretty fun though. The washi tape is really cool. It's just a Christmas countdown washi tape, so it goes 1 through 25 all over. It's just really fun. And then this is an example of some of it's kind of nice that it's dark this evening because then you can see a little bit of the gold reflection in that paper. This is called Adorned, and this is available by the sheet. And that's the reverse side. So it's kind of pretty. So in this Advent collection, there's also a little set of die cuts. And so those you can use. These are kind of originally designed for Bible journaling, and our shop is Faith and Art Shop. So you're going to see that there's a lot of like religious elements to these things, which is nice if you want a religious themed project. But if you're not particularly a religious person, you can still use a lot of these products any way you want. This paper's pretty cute. This is from the Advent collection too. So this has teacups and coffee and cocoa. Sorry, there's somebody outside making weird noises. And then that has cute green on the back. And one thing that the Christmas collection has that the Advent collection doesn't have is this. These are called clear cuts. So this is just a series of little like clear, but printed on clear plastic. Is that two sheets together? I can't tell. Seems like it. Yeah, embellishments. So you can see that if you put this on scrapbook page, you would be able to like lift it up and still see. You can add to this. You can put stickers on it and things like that. But they're like little design elements too that you could certainly layer on top of each other. But you can cut these little bits up and use a tape runner to put them all down. And then the Advent collection I told you has this washi tape. But the Christmas collection has washi stickers. So they have the same texture as a washi tape, but they're only like 6 inches long. So one set will have a lot of different patterns, which is cute. And then, yeah, so it's kind of like 2 sets in one package. And there's also a set of gift tags with ribbons. So you can make your own little fun gift tags, stamp on the back. And then there are stamp sets for both collections. So this one is the one we talk about kind of all the time because it's so cute. And then the other one, oh, I was just playing with the other one. So the Advent one, let me flip this over so you can see the designs. You can see has some really cute, a little more modern. So if you like to use like pinks and greens and teals, little like different shades of colors, this is a really fun collection. Then what I was thinking of, if you're interested, is if you ever wanted to do an Advent study and do like 25 days, kind of like a gratitude journal in November, but if you want to do something at Christmas time, you could make a little gratitude Advent journal too. And think of 25 things at Christmas time that you either love to do or you're thankful for, or you want to share with your family, or traditions that you have. So let me show you. First of all, one of the stamps from this collection is called Created to Love, or Called to Love, sorry. So this year, this is a very good reminder. Called to Love. This would also make a really nice seal for your Christmas cards if you wanted to put that on your envelopes. So I thought about that one. And then Illustrated Faith also has a set of numbers. So you could do your countdown with those numbers. Because with number stamps, it's kind of nice, especially when you start getting to the 22s and things like that. Now, as I've mentioned before, I'm not really super great at stamping. It's just not a skill of mine. But, so like on the 24th, if you are grateful for love and being called to love, that would be a fun reminder. You can put down, you can make this, I should have backed up a little bit, sorry. This is a sketchbook that we sell in the shop, and it has a label on it which peels off. But you can use this as a mini album. It's only like $5.99, I think. So you could put pictures here. You could decorate, put tip-ins, washi tape, whatever you want to on there. And then I'm going to take these stamps off and change color. So I told you that this Advent collection has kind of a modern style to it. So one of the trees that's in the stamp set is really cute. But like I said, I'm kind of bad at this, but there. So it has some cool little crosses in the tree too. But if you just wanted something that's just a little more textural, you can get these little evergreen boughs and then just kind of put them around. The ink I'm using on this is a Distress Oxide. So it works okay on thicker papers. On Bible pages, it bleeds through just a little bit, so just make sure that you have a gesso or something like that. A little barrier between what you're doing and that. So let's just even that out a little bit. So see, you could just have a lot of fun. So you can do this on your scrapbook pages too. You just, you know, if you want to have little border pages or little frames around your pictures, then you might be able to do a little more decorative design, some more decorative designs. Turn this off real quick because I made a bit of a mess. So anyhow, but one year I did some Bible journaling, and I had started this Bible as a gratitude journal. So I started it in November, and then I continued it through December. So I used a lot of these products in my Bible, but then I also used some paint. So like for instance, this day I just did some painting. And then you can make little tip-ins 4 petal tabs with that. And then this is a metallic watercolor, and you can still read the words of the Bible through that. But the metallic watercolor was what we were using to make some ornaments. So that is just really fun. If you want to have some art and craft supplies that are just delightful to work with, the watercolors are awesome in this collection. It's only $9.99, so it's a really nice price, and it will give you hours of enjoyment and really fun projects to work on. So there's that, but that's an aside. So the other things I wanted to show you were some, oh no, the Christmas tree. Poor Christmas tree. I ruined Christmas.
You made me snort.
That's it. I can't go on. Makeup. Poor tree. Dead. All right, what do you got?
Well, let's
Sparkling Christmas,
okay.
America.
Here we go.
Now that I'm off balance.
Let's go on a rescue mission.
Oh,
Let's go get a rescue. Here we go. Let's put that back up. There we go. Nice.
best.
All better.
See this box of Christmas cards? It works really well like that, too.
There we go. Okay, continue.
Anyway, so the other things I wanted to show you were some paint pens, which you have probably worked with before, but just in case you haven't. This is a gold calligraphy pen, and it is so much fun, especially on darker scrapbook paper. You can see I was playing with this earlier today, right? So I wrote Merry Christmas, and it shines even on this heavily patterned dark paper. But the trick is, if you ever want to know how people do like fancy calligraphy stuff without having to do calligraphy, it's all just a trick, okay? So with paint pens, you shake them side to side like this, and then you have to kind of press it down to get the ink flowing. This one's all primed and ready to go, so I don't have to do too much to it. But a brand new one, this tip will be white, and it's a process. You have to prime it a couple times before it works. So anyhow, let's say you wanted to write joy, okay, with capital J, which is always a little bit weird in cursive, okay? So that's fine. But the trick is when you're doing calligraphy is that you want to, anytime you would go down on your pen, which on joy, I think the J goes like that, you do like a double stroke or a wider stroke on any down movements, okay? So we did that, and down here, okay? So that gives it, we don't go thick on the way up, we just want it on the way down. So this O is that, okay? And then a little bit here, right? But we went up here, so you don't make it thick there. So then when you come to your Y, you go just double thick on that, thin, and then here, bring it across and go down, and then just catch that bottom and then color in the middle. Okay, so that's the little simple trick for doing some hand lettering. And I know people do cursive J's all kinds of different ways, so you do what you want. This is your scrapbook. You can do whatever you want to. So I started to write Merry Christmas down there. I wrote smile with this paint pen, but sometimes it's not thick enough, or you need to let it dry and then go back over it so that you have a nice thick line. And with the jelly roll pens that we have, the white ones usually write nicely and boldly, and they're good. So anyhow, I do not know if, because it doesn't really say on the package, if these are acid free or not. They smell a little fumy.
That explains everything.
That's it. I'm out. Smart Alec. Anyhow, they have it in, the paint pens come in gold, silver, and copper. So you really can have a silver and gold Christmas. And then they have different nib sizes too. So those will all be on our shop, and you'll get Got 25% off on those too. So next, what was I going to tell you? Oh, if you wanted to do an Advent study and you didn't really feel comfortable using your Bible yet, you can use these are like scripture journals. So it has Bible verses on one side and then a blank page on the other. So you could do a study in either Matthew or Luke or Isaiah, some of the books that talk about the prophecies of Jesus and Christmas. But this is what you can do with one of those. So like I put a tip in there, I wrote some prayers, decorated it up. But the neat thing about, fun fact, about the book of Luke is that you can do a chapter a day as your Advent study. So you can do that. So yeah, that'll take you through the whole life of Jesus. I've had a lot of fun with these papers, just so you know. That's why there are holes all over them. This pattern is in the Advent collection, and these are little tags. So you could even cut these out and use them as your gift tags on presents and stuff. Or you can use tiny mini bags and make a little Advent calendar using these little shopping bags. I don't think I have any in here right now, but you could decorate one bag a day and make that your family's little Advent treat. And then let's see what else. Oh, I do have all those white pens over there. Yeah, and I did mention these before, but just in case you missed that one. These are create your own Christmas cards. I had trouble with this box last time. There we go. So these have a ton of stickers. And by a ton, I mean 4 sheets. So anyhow, you can decorate the cards themselves or the envelopes with these, which is fun. And this is a nice project for kids. If you're teaching kids how to make Christmas cards for the first time, then they can color these. Probably best with markers or paints or crayons. I don't know that colored pencils will really show up because it's kind of glossy cardstock. So they might, but you might need to play around with that a little bit. But they're nice, and they're $9.99 a box. And you get 12 cards in each box. Oh, and there's even a Christmas songs download. I've never noticed that on there. Well, that's nice. You can sing Christmas carols with your family. So anyhow, all these papers are available on the shop. And then these are 6x8 paper pads. So these are basically all the same papers as this, except in a nice small size that you can cut in half and work on, make them either back borders for your pictures or part of your card making process. So there's that. And what else? We've got all kinds of things. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you. We have mystery boxes right now this month. You can get $125 worth of craft and art supplies for $75. That's the big box. And then there's a mini box, just in case you're not sure if you're going to get a good deal or not. And that has $60 worth of art supplies and craft supplies for $35. So you don't really get an additional discount on those because it's a great discount. It's like using your Michaels or your Hobby Lobby discount coupon on everything instead of just one thing. So anyhow, it's a great deal. So when you go to the website, just look up mystery box and that'll be on there, and that'll be fun. And we have created to create starter kits. Those are on sale right now too. So if you want to give a gift of Bible journaling, you can do that using that. That has all kinds of stuff in it. Stamps and pens and washi tape and just about everything. So can you think of anything else, Sheen?
Do you have a coupon code or anything?
I do.
I think you said it once already.
It's Merry25. So MERRY 25. And our website is faithandartshop.com. So thank you very much for hanging out with us tonight, and Merry Christmas. We will see you soon. Bye.
Hi, Cindy Crane here from Miniature Luxuries and Papers. I've got a lot packed into the next 20 minutes, but I just wanted to let you know that we're going to be doing 4 layouts, and as a special, we're going to be doing some other projects that would make great gifts for Christmas giving, and you can do them right now and be all set for the holidays. And if you're like me, you're ready for some holiday cheer. This has been a really tough year, and I hope this gets you a little jump start on the festive spirit. So sit back and enjoy, and thank you so much for joining me and watching. Well, my first layout is called Winter Star. This one originally came out not as a paper pad collection, but as a collection of 6 individual sheets. And I really liked the look on these. Reminded me more of a baby's first Christmas. Now inside the pack, we have a blue and white polka dot. And then just a pretty floral background. Another nice background. A wood. This one has some really nice images on it. Hearts. Snowflakes. A wood. Nice contrasting color. And then the stars. So for this layout, I used the stars as a background. And then I used the polka dot as the backer for my journaling cards and the photos. Now I noticed in one of the images that there were banners. So I took another sheet and I cut banners as a backer for 2 of the tag cards. And then I used another one of the images, the little woven heart, and then just backed that with the polka dot. Now since it's Christmas, I need a little glitter, so I added some glitter cardstock in the shape of hearts and some silver stars. The next layout is from the paper collection called Pink Christmas. Now Stamperia has come out with a version of this several times. One year it was Sweet Christmas, but the images in this are so classic and traditional that it's been very popular, so we always get another version of it. So this year we have an 8x8 Pink Christmas. Lovely roses. And then we have the 12x12. Now for this layout, I decided to go with the single sheets. And the reason I did this is because if you have the paper pad, you only have one each of a design. So by using the single sheets as your background papers, you can either get the paper pad and one other sheet, or just get the 2 sheets. And here's one of the patterns. The round discs are just so nice to work with. A pretty blue background. And then the card sheet. Now on this particular one, I went through and I found a sheet that I liked just as much as the single sheets that went with the collection. This one is from Wonderland, but it had the snowflakes and the little pink and blue in it. So I decided to go with that for the background. Now for the rest of the layout, I took another sheet of the flowered paper, and then I made a strip that goes down here, and then just mounted with the Sizzix glitter card as a backer, my photo and journaling cards, one of the card sheets as just with the image, and another one then for journaling. Now to finish it off, I used the discs, and I also added a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of glitter, and some snow into the images. I also used the new decorative chips. These are the best ever for just a little addition, something to enhance cards, any of your projects, and in this case, the scrapbook sheet. You can see I just used some of the flourishes to finish off. I also used some of the chipboard and the die cuts. Now the next layout is from Classic Christmas. Now you may have seen some of these images before because Stamperia is, again, brings out the classics and the ones that everyone seems to gravitate towards. One year it was a botanic Christmas, another vintage Christmas, but they all have the very quintessential Christmas images that everyone seems to love. So this year it's Classic Christmas in an 8x8 and a 12x12. So for this layout, once again, I went to the single sheets. And we have the card sheet. Again, just some images in the discs. This is a printed sheet. It actually looks a little more solid, but it almost is like a little water. We have some tags, and this is a really pretty one with just the green trees on the red background. And then for the background page, I used the one that had the poinsettias on it. And the back side of that is the red. So for this one, I just made my photo cards with just some red paper that I had in my stash. I used the decorative chips as an accent. And then I also used the cards, one for journaling, one is just an image. Backed it with some of the gold Sizzix glitter card, and we have a beautiful layout. Now this last layout was from the collection called Make-A-Wish. Now the paper pads are one season, but there are still a lot of the products that go with it, the stamps, the molds, and a lot of the single sheets. So that's what I used for this layout. And here are some of the sheets. It's a 6x6. This is one of my favorites with the patchwork cats. It's a nice background sheet. The ornaments are particularly nice. This is the one that I used for this particular layout. I used this side for the right-hand side, and I used this one for the left. The stripes. This one's nice with the newsprint and the gifts. The red. A little bit of blue. This is a pretty sheet, especially with the edge, all with the patchwork and the rulers. The discs, and then the card sheet. So for this layout I did something a little bit different. I used one of the cards, and then I used a piece of the border as my pull tab, and then it just opens up. This for the journaling and your photos, and more room for photos on the back. On this one I did the same thing with the angel and the fold out. And then on this one I used some of the discs, some of the glitter stock, and then just had it fold open. And I cut the stars from one of the papers. And then this one opens as well. Well, now that we've seen the layouts, let's talk about some of the other things you can do with these papers. Because once you do your layout, you're going to have one or two pieces left. So I thought I'd show you what you can do. On these sheets, the Classic Christmas, the Make-A-Wish, and the Pink Christmas, these cards are exactly an A6 size. So you could actually just mount this, have a nice little card, add some of the decorative chips or any little bit of glitter, a little background, make a A7 card, and then you can put a border behind it. So nothing will go to waste. Now on the Make-A-Wish, there are stamp sets. And these exactly match the images on all the papers. On that particular one, I just stamped it and made a greeting card out of it. And what I did on this one is I stamped it and embossed the edges and then painted on the inside so you have a little bit of glitter. Now, several of the sheets that we went through had the discs on them. And most of the collections do come with a set of these. Also, there are rice papers. And they have the same images and also the disc. This one was Classic. This was Pink Christmas. So what I did with those is I made a set of coasters. Now these were fairly easy to make. I just bought some wood discs, blanks, and then I decoupaged the circles onto the disc and added some cork to the back. And then for the box, I just measured out how they would fit. Took a piece of the cardstock from the collection, added one of the other embellishments off a page, and I had a great little gift. And you can do this with any of the collections. As I say, most of them come, with the card sheet and the discs. And they are the perfect size. I didn't even have to cut them down. Okay, now another project I did with the Make-A-Wish is I made a canvas, just a plain canvas. I took a piece of rice paper and I decoupaged it over the top, used one of the discs, and I made the ornaments out of the molds. Most collections do come with a set of molds, and this one is no different. So all I did was cast them. You can cast them in 2-part resin, a Fimo. This one happens to be a porcelain, and then paint them. Now for the cat, those are the laser cuts. There again, there's a lot of these that match the individual collections. So for this one, I used the cat. You can see from the back. It has the matching tree. But for the cat, instead of painting it, all I did was take some rice paper and glue it down over and then trim it out and then covered the cat so it matches the background paper. Now there are also rice papers for the collections. And Make-A-Wish is no different. You can use these for all kinds of home decor, mounted on wood for a nice Christmas decoration. Christmas tree. I think the angel is one of my favorites. And the cats. Classic Christmas also has matching rice papers. This is a beautiful image. This would be pretty just in a frame. Now getting back to the laser cut wood. These are marvelous for all kinds of projects, especially around Christmas. You can make them into ornaments. On this one, the angel, just assemble the little pieces. You can cut it, make a tag. On this one, I just added some fabric for the dress. There are snowflakes. There's matching angels to the Make-A-Wish. The matching ornaments, and they're already punched for hanging. And this one is really kind of nice. It's got the ornaments that you can hang on the tree, some cats, a little chair. You could make a whole scene out of that. Well, we've talked about a lot of ideas today for crafting and scrapbooking, and I've just started to carry the Sizzix sculpting foam, and I found that this is just perfect for adding embellishments. I made the poinsettias from Sizzix dye, and I've used the Sizzix foam, and it comes in 5 different colors. These are easy and fun to make, and they really make a nice addition. Now, I also mentioned the Sizzix cardstock, and I've just started getting that into stock. These are great packs. There are 5 different types of paper, and they come in different finishes. There's a mirror, a pearl, a brushed, a matte, and the glitter stock. And they're very nice to work with. The glitter doesn't rub off, doesn't fall off. You can die cut it, do a lot of things with it. And it comes in all of these colors. Well, thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed what I had to show you. And I wanted to let you know that all of the scrapbook layouts will be available on the website in the category marked kits. And this is going to include some of the previous kits that I presented. So wishing you happy holidays and happy crafting. Hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.